Hello, I'm Disparu, and the other day I made a video about Ubisoft Quartz and their foray into NFTs because, quite frankly, I'm not a fan. What I am a fan of is Stalker 2. I'm really looking forward to the game. They've even got a feature where all of their NPCs can have their own unique, horrible teeth, and as a Brit, I really appreciate the representation. So you can imagine my reaction when I found out that Stalker 2 wasn't just getting NFTs, but they were getting NFTs that allowed you to become a meta-human. Yes, obviously this is exactly what I wanted. I don't want just to be a human anymore. I want to be a meta-human. This is next level marketing. Except what it turned out to be is, now you just get to buy an NFT that allows them to scan your body and put them into the game. This is a different twist on Ubisoft that was just selling helmets with a number on it, expecting you to pay real money for them. This actually allowed you to get some kind of a real-world experience. You got to go down to the studios, they would scan you in, and then you'd see yourself in the game. It is, admittedly, a whole different impact for it, but all of the problems are exactly the same, and this was in one of the rare situations I'm actually in full agreement with all of the games journalists. Yes, don't worry, I almost fell over in shock as well, but they came up with some pretty decent titles. We had this one where it's just on NFTs and why Ubisoft hates video games. And you. If 600 hours of Ubisoft Ghost Recon helmet NFTs are gaming's future, then I quit. And the best of all was that Ubisoft developers don't even understand NFTs themselves, and it really showed, because if you think an NFT is just a helmet with a number on and you expect people to pay real-world money for it and speculate and trade on that, then I don't really know what you're after. And don't get me wrong, I have no problem with crypto at all, or even games actually taking crypto as payments. That's all fine. I have an issue when games companies start getting involved in it themselves because it offers too many opportunities for them to do horrible things. Because if you thought loot boxes were bad and all the different way they disassemble and hide away the drop rates for all of the different important items, then you have seen nothing yet. If they get their hands on some kind of speculative currency where they actually have all of control of not only the currency but the print rate and any kind of decentralized finance systems, the opportunity for them to do basically whatever they want to turn it into a money printing machine is almost unlimited. But the backlash was swift and severe, and it got a reaction and a prompt one. Although, unfortunately, all it did was double down. Dear Stalkers, we want to give you a detailed comment on yesterday's announcement of NFTs. We're an independent game studio. We have no publishers. We just have partners, and like other devs, we actually need money to make content. Fair enough. No one would disagree. It's a complex game, and all of the money that we would make would go back into the development process. We chose NFTs because it's a new technology and we wanted to get into it and get it right. It's not going to interfere in anything. It's not going to change anything. This is going to be perfect, just like every other system that's ever been added into games. None of it has ever turned predatory after being pretty reasonable when it started. Although I can't even say that about DLCs, can I, horse armor? Yesterday we announced the first tokens, just to be faces of several NPCs. They aren't even involved in the story. But some of you thought we'd go too far, so this is what we're going to tell you our future plans. We're going to implement nicknames on in-games of desks and walls. It's a large open world. You're not going to see them. It's going to be gloves and tattoos, skins and badges for the multiplayer mode. Don't worry, that's going to be free and collectible cards. We chose D-Market because they love video games and we love video games, and this statement is as honest with you as we can. We're not asking for your support, which is lucky because they certainly didn't get it, but at least we hope you can hear us and understand our reasons. The reasons are, as they said at the top, it's because they want money. This text turned out to be very big, which is more of a font choice personally. Thank you for reading it to the end. Please accept our apologies of yesterday's miscommunication. Wasn't miscommunicated. This was literally telling everyone what they intended to do, and everyone understood what they did, and then they didn't want it. There was no miscommunication involved. Just because you say something that other people doesn't like doesn't mean that you just miscommunicated it and failed to put it in the correct way to actually just make it fly over their heads. No, they knew what the intention was, and they hated it for good reason. We know that you only wish the best for our game, and we appreciate it. Yes, gamers want the best for their game, but they want the best of the game for the gamers. And what that is, isn't necessarily what makes the developers the most money. Gamers are generally very reasonable with what it is. Like, I don't mind battle passes, especially the battle passes which provide enough currency in the battle pass to actually get you to the end. Fine, I've accepted that's probably about as good as we're going to get. But everyone has to admit that 10 years ago, all that stuff in the battle pass would have simply been in the game. So it's just an objective standard that all of monetization has made games worse. You've got less content for the same money. It's just an argument now about where you draw the line. But you want to know what doubling down does to gamers? It tends to make them even more angry than the first announcement did, and that is why, to their credit, they ended up taking it all down. Dear Stalkers, we hear you. Based on the feedback we received, we've made the decision to cancel anything NFT related in Stalker 2. The interests of our fans and players are top priority for the team. We're making this game for you to enjoy. Whatever the cost is, if you care, we care too. With love. So first, it's good that they actually reversed the decision. When people are annoyed, you should probably realize why they're annoyed, and it's because we've seen this time and time again, and we know exactly where this is going. Look, as I've said before, I don't have a problem with NFTs in the past, but I do in gaming. It has no place in gaming. Everything from DLC to loot boxes all goes the same way. It starts as somewhere where you can argue that it's kind of reasonable, that it doesn't actually affect anything, that it's just going after a few whales, but over time, it always gets worse and worse and more predatory, and it spreads. And so you have to realize that you stop these things in the bud when they try them the first time. If we'd actually stopped horse armor when it first came along, then Call of Duty Warzone wouldn't be charging 16 quid for a player skin right now. The fact that this is a new technology is really just a load of people diving on it while it's popular in order to get people used to it before everyone realizes how horrible what they can actually do with them are. And I'm not saying that Stalker 2 intended to do anything bad. I'm not saying that them individually were going to take advantage of people. But this is definitely something that other companies have their eyes on. And even if Stalker 2 had the best of intentions, even if they would have done the best possible implementation of this system, then do you really think that someone like Activision or EA would also do the same? How much confidence do you have that Ubisoft will? I'm all for giving people the benefit of the doubt, but when it comes to something like this, which is literally just designed to get money out of people without actually providing anything to players in return, yeah, there's one guy that gets to go in the game, but nobody else gets anything out of that, and development is a zero-sum game. If someone is working on one thing, they're not working on something else. Every second that they spend thinking about NFTs, they're not actually thinking about the game. And that means an inevitably worse game overall. Because even if you go, oh, well, they're just going to employ someone specifically to have NFTs, a person's budget is limited, and so they were going to spend that budget anyway on another person, and they could have reassigned that to something that actually improved the game, and by improving the game, you can increase sales. So as I said, you have to draw a line somewhere, and I've moved on things over time. I kind of accept battle passes. I don't think they're bad, especially the ones that give free currency to pay for the next one. But my line is definitely being drawn at games companies getting their hands on crypto, decentralized finance, and NFTs. No thanks, I don't want them in gaming. We don't need them in gaming, and everything that you've proposed so far that you want to do, you could have done anyway. So the fact that you haven't done it means that the only reason you're doing it this time is because you get some other advantage out of it. But for now, that's it from me. If you like the video, press like and subscribe. More videos in the future, and let me know what you think of Stalker 2 and the whole NFT fiasco down below. But for now, that's it from me. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.